Happy Wednesday, and welcome again to Midweek Musings. We know that typically on Midweek Musings, what you're used to is picking that one point and really dialing into what we got from the sermon. But today we thought we'd do it a little differently and actually kind of flesh out that title and just muse about what we heard on Sunday.
Right.
So I'm Brandon from Finland Mennonite Church.
Pastor Gerry.
We're glad you joined us. Jerry, what did you hear on Sunday from Steve Kriss? There's a lot to digest there.
Right, yeah, and our apologies for the technical difficulty. We didn't get the live stream going, but listen, it was a great message. What I was musing on, it was a story from the Gospel of John, the story about the man who was sick, lame for what did he say? 38 years, it says in John chapter 5. And then he was by what they call the pool of Bethesda. And what I took away, what I was thinking about, a couple things, Brandon. I was thinking about this man had been sick this way for 38 years. That's a lifetime, or at least half a lifetime in our day and age, isn't it?
More than mine.
More than yours. About half of mine. But the word Bethesda, Steve Kriss, the pastor, reminded us meant the house of mercy or the house of grace. But what I also came to understand is it became known among the people there as the house of shame, because all the people around there were waiting for this pool to sort of bubble up, and then they could try to get somebody in there and maybe they would be healed. This man for 38 years was there and felt great shame. And what I was musing about, Brandon, was this idea and how Jesus came to him and said, "Do you want to be healed?" And you say, "Duh, do I want to be healed?" But that was the question Jesus asked. And I just sensed the mercy of God, the grace of God speaking to me about an invitation to just whatever I'm struggling with, and maybe I've been struggling with for a long time, to look to the God, Jesus, the God of mercy. And so that's what I was musing about, and I want to encourage people to dive into John chapter 5. How about you? What were you musing about, Brandon? Because you were thinking about this as well.
I thought that was good, but for me, what really jumped out at me was the fact that Jesus asked that question, do you want to be healed? But then the man never even actually answered that question. And yet Jesus still reached out to him. He still healed him.
Wow, what a mercy.
Yeah, I know. And sometimes we try and have everything all figured out, maybe before we come to Jesus.
Right.
Or we fail to see the way that Jesus is already working in the world around us and the people around us. Maybe if they don't even know who Jesus is, but they're taking those steps, like Steve said, towards transformation.
Oh, it's a powerful story. And this idea of this pool, this water, and Jesus never really put him in the water, right?
No, he was the living water.
He was the water. Isn't that amazing? That's the part of the story that I was thinking about too. That Jesus is the living water and the healing. And that man, the only thing he told him afterward was, "Go and tell everybody what's happened to you." And he went out and told what Jesus had done for him. So that was a challenge to me too. Am I telling others the mercy of Jesus in my life? It's a good word.
So what do you think people can take away? What's your one takeaway?
Well, that Jesus is inviting us to step out. This man had to take a risk.
Yeah, it's true.
To listen to him and to by faith trust that he would get up. He could have sat there and said, "I'm not getting up."
And then to take that mat and carry it when that wasn't allowed on the Sabbath.
Right, it was a risk. So there's always risk when we hear the call of Jesus. But boy, what a blessing to see this man 38 years later to be walking. What a miracle. And the pool of Bethesda is an invitation to all of us. To the mercy of God. So that's what I take away.
Okay. What I'm going to take away is, like I said, to be watching for the ways that Jesus is working in the places around me, maybe where people don't even see it, and to call that out and to call that into existence and to affirm that, definitely.
It was a good word. Good word. Yeah, dive back into John chapter 5. And if you haven't had a chance, get to dig deeper. That's available to you. It's a rich scripture, and plus this pool of Bethesda is an invitation for all of us to come.
Yeah. If you haven't already, that Dig Deeper is available on our website if you didn't pick up a copy.
Yep.
And we'll have another exciting message on Sunday to dive into.
Yeah.
Join us for Outdoor Church at 9:30.
Yeah. Great. And have a blessed week.
Blessings.